this on? Yeah, it doesn't. Okay, you ready? Ready, everybody?
I'm ready.
Welcome to the Budget Finance Economic Development Committee. So glad to be on Molokaʻi. Thank you very much for letting us share your beautiful community. It is now 6:03 p.m. I am Yukile Sugimura, the chair of this committee, and I'm going to turn the mic over to your member Rollins Fernandez, to introduce the other members.
Aloha nui, everyone. Mahalo, everyone, for coming tonight to our budget committee hearing. Okay, so I'm going to introduce everyone. To my left, my Maui Hikina from Hana, Councilmember Shane Senensi. From the Makawao Paia Haiku District, Councilmember Nohelani Uuhajens. My Maui Komohana from Napili, Councilmember Tamara Paulton. You heard from our BFED committee chair, but she represents Country Yukile Sugimura. From Lanai, Councilmember Gabe Johnson. And representing the South Maui District, Councilmember Tom Cook. Oh, okay. And as you all know, my hardworking staff, we have our community outreach specialist, Jantel Lindo. And Kil Mailani Hanapi Hirata. Okay, anything else?
Okay, go ahead. Fine. Thank you very much. I also wanted to thank Chris Paranata, Committee Secretary, who's with us, Jennifer Yamashita, and Megan Moniz, our attorney. So those are the staff that's going to be putting this on. So we're here to hear from you and what you may think the budget priorities are for the fiscal year 26 that we have. And we're here to listen, so we look forward to hearing from you. When you come to the podium, your name will be called by the staff in the order that you signed up. You have 3 minutes to talk about anything on the budget, and 30 seconds to complete. So we look forward to hearing from you, and the members may have questions from you. So after you give your testimony, give a brief pause in case the members want to ask you further questions. But thank you very much, and can we have the first testifier?
Mahalo, Chair. The first testifier is Kavika Gonzalez, followed by James Rarick.
Aloha. My name is Kavika Gonzalez. I'm a teacher at Kanakakai School, and I'm also the 2024 Teacher of the Year for Molokaʻi, Lanai, Lahaina, and Hana Complex area. Thank you. Thank you. Today, I'm here to speak in support of the Maui Economic Development Board. For the past 24 years, I have been teaching science, technology, engineering, and math, and computer science in the classroom. In addition to numerous school-level fundraising efforts, funds from the Maui Economic Development Board, or MEDB, have supported my teaching of STEM programs, not only financially, but also by providing many learning opportunities for our students and teachers. This past year, some of my students attended Engineering Day on Maui, held on February 25th, My students were exposed to real industry professionals and engaged in discussions with them. Additionally, my students participated in hands-on activities such as building a Bluetooth radio from scratch. These experiences provided them with a clear understanding of the innovative problem-solving skills required in STEM fields, ultimately fostering a stronger interest in pursuing related careers. Furthermore, with MEDB's purchase of an app development program, my students expanded their digital design skills, building upon last year's project where they created digital versions of Ulumaika stones for Hawaiian video games. Ulumaika is Hawaiian bowling. This year, they designed functional Ulumaika apps. One of these apps was a simulation that allowed users to adjust the angle, strength, and spin of the Ulumaika to hit a target. These are 5th grade students designing these. We're also currently working on Ulumaika robotics, Ulumaika 3D modeling, Ulumaika VR, and we are working on a short film directed by award-winning director Matt Yamashita entitled Ulumaika. All of these projects have in some way been supported by MEDB. The types of support and resources provided by MEDB help to keep our students and teachers up to date with the latest technologies available, and also helps to excite and engage our students in learning. As an educator, it makes my job a lot easier when my students are enthusiastic about their learning and when I have the tools and resources available to teach STEM and computer science. Thank you, County Council, for your many years of support to our island through the funding of MEDB. I respectfully ask that you continue your funding of the Maui Economic Development Board, as it has truly made a world of difference for our keiki. Aloha and mahalo.
You're very impressive. Congratulations on your statewide award, and we have questions from Member Paulton.
One minute. And please mute.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Mr. Gonzalez. I just wanted to clarify, when you came over for Engineering Day, were some of the engineering professionals county engineering professionals? Like they worked for the county? Because we really need engineers.
Yeah. I am not sure. She's going to speak, Kala is going to speak about more about Engineering Day. I wasn't there, but I know that there are many different engineering professionals there. Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
But if they want to work for the county, we're hiring
Oh,
engineers.
yes, definitely. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any more questions? Seeing none. Thank you very much, and congratulations again.
All right, thank you. Thought you were going to ask when the film was coming out. Thank you.
Next testifier.
Thank you, Chair. The next testifier is James Rarick, followed by Kealoha Pauʻole Spencer Bassa.
Aloha kako. Thank you very much. My name is James Rarick. I'm president of the Molokaʻi Community Health Center Board of Directors. And on behalf of our board, I am here today because I wanted to thank the council for the significant financial support that you provided to us previously. I stood up here about a year ago and made a significant request for funding to support our dental expansion project. I also like to update you on the progress of that project. We are more than 50% complete with the construction phase now. We're on target to complete the construction phase of the project by the June 30th. And once we complete this, we will have twice the space that we've had previously. In addition, we've just hired an additional dentist for our staff and hope to soon have an additional dental hygienist on staff. So this is going to make a real big difference in our ability to meet the dental needs here. This project has been extremely timely. Within the last couple of years, we had 2 long-standing dental practices that closed here on island. In 2024, we saw 500 new patients added to our patient list, and we currently have a 10-day or a 10-page wait list for people who are still seeking non-urgent dental care. So again, I just really wanted to say mahalo for your support for this really important project. It's going to make a huge difference in our ability to meet the needs for non-urgent dental care for the residents of Molokaʻi. I also have given you a flyer. We're going to have a grand opening. And in appreciation for your support, we would love to see any of you who can attend that grand opening for the dental clinic on August 9th. I did not come today with a specific request, but I will say I believe very much in the mission of the health center, and I really hope that you guys will continue to provide support to us going forward. Mahalo.
Thank you. Any questions?
Aloha. Mahalo, Mr. Rarick. Mahalo for your testimony. There's a question. Come back.
Sorry, I'm having little hearing problems.
So the funding that you requested last year, I made one of my priorities and included in the budget for $330,000, and it's again in the budget for $330,000. Is that sufficient?
Yeah, I think it is for the dental expansion project for this phase. But as you know, we also have a medical department, a behavioral health services department. And you know, nowadays it's just such a struggle, and we are trying very hard to work, you know, collaboratively with the other providers on island, with Napu'uwai, and with the hospital. So we can definitely support that. But I do appreciate what you provided, and thanks for clarifying that it wasn't just last year, but we've also gotten funds this year. So greatly appreciate that, and we will get back to you with more specific requests in the future for sure. Okay.
Mahalo.
Yeah. Thanks.
Oops. Thank you very much. Next testifier, please.
Thank you, Chair. The next testifier is Kealoha Pauʻole Spencer Basa, followed by Greg O'Shea.
Aloha.
Aloha.
My name is Kealoha Pauʻole Spencer Basa. I'm an employee at MEO Head Start, but I'm here to represent as a parent of a child who attends. Through your continued funding, it has greatly impacted my son's ability to be enrolled in school a full day. It has also given me the flexibility to go to work without having to pay for child care. As you know, in this economy, it's very expensive. Head Start's accommodations have provided a safe space for my son to learn in a general education setting with Gen Ed peers. My son is autistic, so and Head Start has provided him advocacy, and I'm forever grateful for that. He has made incredible social emotional strides since attending Head Start, and it's been an impactful piece to his developmental journey. So with your continued funding, I feel this would impact other children like him as well as any other child attending Head Start. Mahalo for listening.
Thank you very much. Anybody have questions for the testifier? See none. Next testifier, please.
Thank you, Chair. The next testifier is Greg O'Shea, followed by Deldrine Kawi Manera.
Prescription, yeah. Aloha kakao. Too short.
I just wanted to open.
Thanks, John. My name is Greg O'Shea. I'm recently hired as a county employee, but I'm here tonight also, and more importantly, as a member of the board member of the Molokaʻi Community Health Center and as a U.S. Navy veteran. Each of these roles gives me a deep appreciation for what this community stands for and for the vital support that you've all provided us over the years. Thanks to your funding, the Health Center has been able to serve the most in need, families without private insurance options, kapuna managing chronic conditions, and young people struggling with mental health. That same funding has kept our veterans organization afloat through some challenging times and giving those who've served our country access to a space to heal, to connect, and to find a kuleana back here at home. Your support has not only touched lives, it has saved lives. But I must tell you, as someone who's just joined the ranks of county employees and sees the need up close every day, we're at a critical point. The demand for services is rising. The health center is stretched thin, and without continued and possibly increased support, we face the real possibility of worsening health outcomes. Health issues impact every part of a community, limiting work, straining families, increasing costs, and weakening the overall well-being and resilience of our population. So tonight, I want to thank you not only for what you've done, but for what I hope you will continue to do. Please keep standing with us so we can keep standing with the people who need us the most.
Thank you, Mr. O'Shea.
Yeah.
So what department are you working with? And welcome to the county.
Thank you very much. Management department, IT.
Oh,
If you
great.
turn it off and turn it back on, it usually fix it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Any questions? Okay. Thank you.
Mahalo nui.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chair. Next testifier is Deldrine Kawi Manera, followed by Matt Yamashita.
Aloha. Thank you for coming to Molokaʻi. I know you folks are really busy, so mahalo nui for being here. My name is Deldrine Kauinohea Kapuni Manera. I am a lifelong resident of Molokaʻi. Before I go on, I wanted to say I'm on the Maui County Council on Aging. So tonight I'm speaking on behalf of myself as a resident of Molokaʻi and not of the council. And also to Molokaʻi, if you guys have any issue with kupuna, let me know. Please come talk story with me. Mahalo. The issue tonight is about the kupuna nutrition, you guys. I'm quite sure you folks have heard that here in Molokaʻi, and I don't know who does, I know Rowena just sent me a whole bunch of email, I'm not gonna read it. But definitely here in Molokaʻi, the kupuna are getting lunches from the school. The school lunches are good for school kids. They don't align with the kupuna nutritional needs. So I think that's something that we all seriously have to consider. We're all gonna get older, and one day you just might need a home delivered meal or a congregate meal from the county or whomever else. At Molokaʻi, we got the Alulike Kupuna program. They're contracted with the hospital. Their meals are kind of cool. I like their shepherd's pie, so no. But the high school get like corn dogs, cheese pizza, pepperoni, it's high in sodium, potato chips with the hamburger. I don't know if the kupuna can even chew the potato chips. So my thing is, it should be a meal that is nutritional, that's ono, that's appealing, and that the kupuna going to eat. I know of kupuna that feed the dog their food. That is so wasteful, Doge. That is so wasteful spending. And to me, it's like, put money where the kupuna going ono and eat the food. So I think that's where I'm at this point. On Molokaʻi, we have Sustainable Molokaʻi, and I'm so happy. I was talking story with John Villarimo, and hopefully we can have something partner with Kaunoa to provide or supplement healthier venues for the kupuna, taro, bananas, papayas, that kind of stuff. They want to eat that kind of food. So hopefully we can do that for Maui County. This is a nice opportunity for this council, really. This is a nice opportunity. If I get votes, change the food for kupuna, and everybody go and vote for you guys, because that's amazing. Nobody did it. Nobody. So you guys have a big challenge. I challenge you guys to do something about it. And yeah, I think that's it. And we will be working closely with the, is that my ring-a-ling? And I shouldn't say I will be working closely to see that this kuleana comes through, you guys. We have to do it for our kupuna. Mahalo nui.
Thank you. Any questions? Member Paulson.
No, do you want me to? Okay. Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Ms. Deldrine. How many meals do you serve?
I'm glad you asked. 46 home-delivered meals and 38 congregates. So this is with Kaunoa. I should have grabbed the data from Alolike, but I think they have like 20-somewhat home-delivered meals. Not too sure about the congregate meal site because that varies. But definitely the home-delivered meal kupuna are kupuna that are homebound. They cannot go to town. They cannot go get one lunchbox at Ku'ulei's program.
And
They're the most vulnerable. I'm sorry?
Every day delivered.
Every day, except holidays. And they don't eat weekends. So no, I'm kidding. Weekends no more. I've always said, how come no more for Saturday and Sunday? They stop eating or what? And then on holidays no more. So it's kind of like, especially for the kupuna that are alone at home, yeah, how they going to eat? What are they eating? Holidays, what are they eating? Yeah.
They don't double up on Friday, like this is Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I think so. I think Kaunoa does that. Alulike does not.
And is Alulike from the county or?
Ale, they're private, they're a nonprofit. Alulike has funding from Executive Office on Aging and other sources. So that's federal, yeah, grant monies.
Okay. And then how come some guys is Kaunoa and some guys is Aulike?
I think you have a preference. Alulike also caters to our, I say our because I used to work for 30 years with Kupuna. So we, our clients have to be Hawaiian, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, be Hawaiian. And then if the spouse is non-Hawaiian, we cannot tell them, you cannot bring your Filipino husband, that ain't cool. So they come as spouses, yeah.
And which one was the high sodium one, the Kaunoa?
The school, yeah.
And the school is
lunches.
Kaunoa? Mm-hmm. Okay. And like for a suggestion, you would start by calling up Rowena?
I'm sorry?
Of where to start to change the high sodium, you would start by like...
Well, I'm coming to you guys. I'm pleading with you guys to start with the budget. You know, if we have to keep the same amount of money, I understand. The school gets an X amount of money to provide meals for an X amount of people. I get it. It does not belong with kupuna. So if we can be creative, like I was talking story with Sustainable Molokaʻi, Maui get one huge agriculture community. Hey, how about some papayas? How about some bananas? Bring them over to Kaunoa. We can make boxes for the kupuna when we deliver the meals. I don't think it's a no-brainer, really, you guys, when you guys think about it. It's actually really simple. I like talk story with you guys when you guys go do them. Yeah, we go do them. We go do them.
Okay, I guess we could try start with call Rowena.
Okay, the Office on Aging, okay.
Thank you. Any other questions? Thank you. Thank you very much.
Mahalo nui, thank you.
Thank you, Chair. The next testifier is Matt Yamashita, to be followed by Stacy Helm Crivello.
Aloha. Thank you for coming to Molokaʻi and for all the work that you guys do, and aloha to the Molokaʻi community and for all the work you guys do for our community and our county. I'm just going to kind of free flow this. I'm here tonight to kind of advocate for and talk a little bit about film industry and video production. I'm Matt Yamashita, born and raised here in Molokaʻi. Been a professional filmmaker since 2020. I got my start in film as a high schooler here at Molokaʻi High School. Went to film school. I'm now an Emmy award-winning filmmaker, and been doing this full time. Travel all around the world and all around Hawaii, and tell a lot of stories within Maui County as well, especially for our local nonprofits. And you know, when I came home after college 25 years ago, I was the only filmmaker on this island, from this island. Today you got Dan Emhoff, you got Kelly Pauʻole back there, you got Mikiala Pescaya, you got Jana Park Moore, you got Nainoa Langer, you got Kahale Ramos, Naehu. So these are all filmmakers from Molokaʻi today that I work with regularly. And it just goes to show you that in this world where media has grown and expanded rapidly in the recent decades, that it is an industry that provides work, and not only provides work for individuals, but also helps us to uplift the stories of our communities, of our culture, and the stories of the nonprofits and the people in our communities that do amazing things, so that people can be aware of what they're doing and they can get the support that they deserve and the recognition that they deserve. So a lot of my career has, again, has been working with nonprofits and telling their stories and helping them also to attract more funding for their programs and for their organizations so that they can expand. Sustainable Molokaʻi is a good example of that. Before I became a board member, which I am now, I did a bunch of videos for them, and I can see over the years the impact that storytelling has for our nonprofits and our organizations. And I know there's funding in the bill, mahalo keani for putting that in there. I mean, not the bill, but in the budget. That's going to support a program that kind of revolves around video production for nonprofits. And that actually, I was having a conversation with the new film commissioner, Brian Cohn, awesome guy, Maui brother. I think he's going to do amazing things. He has my full support. But that was one of the ideas we were kicking around, that we came up with together, was this idea of, hey, how do we not just encourage big film Hollywood to come and do business and inject some funding into Maui County, but how do we support our local filmmakers, our local storytellers, our local content creators, and simultaneously boost our local economy and support our nonprofits. And so that idea was born out of that. So I'm just here to support that. And to thank you guys for putting it in the budget.
Thank you. Any questions for Matt Yamashita? Member Rollins?
Mahalo, Chair. Aloha, Mr. Yamashita. Mahalo for your testimony. So to clarify, when you say that like during the storytelling for the nonprofits and then they seek funding, are you saying that this has the potential to be a multiplier, to have a multiplier effect in bringing more funding to our island?
Oh, 100% a multiplier effect. And I've seen it firsthand over and over through the years, through the work that I do. There's so many nonprofits that are doing amazing things that very few people know about, especially the smaller up-and-coming nonprofits that don't have the funding to do the outreach. So when you can tell their story and get it on social media and maybe even put it on outside Hawaii on OC16, like the awareness for what they do expands tremendously, and then funders see it, and they also take those videos when they're going after grants and they say, here, this is who we are, this is what we do, this is how it impacts our community, and this is our community. Because through video you can see the people who are being served, you can see the places that are being cared for, you can, the story is so powerful. And so yes, 100%, it's absolutely a multiplier.
Mahalo. And so your idea is to support the film industry and film nonprofits by providing funding to do video production for the nonprofits?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that's it's all interconnected, right? I mean, again, big film and then small local. What we do on a daily basis and the people we work with builds up our capacity as filmmakers, so that when the big projects come in, they're not bringing people from the mainland; they're hiring us. Like I'm working for Nat Geo next week on Maui, right? I mean, so that's the level we want to be at. But the only way our local content creators can get to that level is if we have consistent work. And so the county, putting some funds into this kind of thing is going to help that as well. Yeah.
Awesome. Mahalo.
Okay, mahalo.
Great. Next, Tamara has a question.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Mr. Yamashita. I just wanted to clarify, in terms of production, I got to watch the Lahaina Rising documentary, and they were saying that, just to get a guy to get the color right is 30 grand. Then you got to pay for like the sound to match the story. And that's another, like, it could be 20 grand or whatever. Is there those people that we would pay the 30 grand or the 20 grand here in Hawaii that can do the work, or is it like you send it to Hollywood, or how does that work?
100%, we got all the talent and capacity. Even on Molokaʻi, like the people I named, we shot a film called Kala last year, a 20-minute short film. It's been playing on Hawaiian Airlines. It went through film festivals all across the world.
And the color was
everything
done
right
locally,
here. 100% of Molokaʻi, except for our DP, who was a friend I flew up from the Cook Islands. 100% on Molokaʻi. And I've also done feature documentaries that have broadcast in every state as well as across Europe. 100% on Molokaʻi. Did the color myself. Have people I can work with that do all of those post-production services, production services, pre-production services. We have amazing talent here, Molokaʻi and Maui County and Hawaii.
Is Brian serving as a connector, like these guys need to do color, or there's someone in Maui County that does color here called this guy? Is he fulfilling
Well,
that role?
You know, he just stepped into the role, right? Pretty much. And so I think he has all the ability to do that and the know-how to do that, and he has the connections to do that. And I'm sure from the conversations I've had with him that is part of his priority. And I think that is one of the key roles of a good film commissioner, is to connect the dots for productions.
To keep the money local.
And keep it local. Keep the hires local, keep the money local. Again, we have amazing talent in Hawaii, and it's on this really fast trajectory. There's a lot of momentum. If you go to Hawaii International Film Festival, every year more and more locally produced films. Last year was the most ever by like double, I think. So we're on a good path, and it's a good industry for Hawaii.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you.
Mahalo.
Next testifier, please.
Thank you, Chair. The next testifier is Stacy Helm Crivello, to be followed by Iolani Ku'uha.
Aloha Council. My name is Stacy Crivello. I'm a longtime, forever resident of Molokaʻi. I want to thank you for coming here. I want to recognize, first of all of you, and especially our Molokaʻi Representative Councilmember Kiani Rawlins Fernandez. I'm here segueing off Matt. You know, nonprofits are the we're the ones that patch up the pukas that government fails to or not able to have the capacity to meet the needs of our community. And many of us wear many hats to try and perform the work that we need to do. So I'm here tonight to advocate on behalf of some of the community nonprofits as well as volunteers. But you know, the work cannot be done without the kala. And we know we have to depend on our generous county of Maui. I think this is the only county that is so generous with helping our nonprofits. So I'd like to start off with, and of course I'm going to give a bunch of applause, a tip of the coconut papali to our council member and the rest of you. You know, last year sometime, I believe, my nephew Kekama'ikaika Michaelani Helm approached Councilmember Kiani, and I went along with him, looking for funding to start his after-school youth boys canoe club with Kikui o Molokaʻi. And I'd like to say thank you because the work that was with community, Department of Human Concerns, as well as our council, came out very positive. They entered the Ka'ivi Channel race, young men, still in high school, and they made it till the finish line. This week, they had the honor of traveling to Tahiti, and today's live stream, I think they won their va'a race against some fabulous paddlers. So these are all Molokaʻi High School as well as Kamehameha School young men. So thank you. It was the initial funding that came through because he needed paddles, he needed all the different equipment, and I hope we can hanaho again to support such worthy needs, because they also learn about malama aina, the moka to makai. So that's a natural, but for many it's not a natural. It's learning. Oh, I power ready. Is that it?
30 seconds.
Huh?
30 seconds.
Oh, is that all we have? 30?
Oh, 3 minutes, 30 seconds.
Oh, okay. Gee, I got to make fast then. Okay. And then so I move on to, again, another nonprofit that was founded to try and meet the needs of our health, physically and mentally. As many of you know, our community knows this, that we lost 2 of our seasoned physicians. So we do not have the kind of primary care that we need, as well as behavior health. So Pulamaka Heke, which means to cherish the best, went ahead and approached Department of Human Concerns, and we were able to be awarded a grant to improve the mental health services on Molokaʻi, which means that we will be bringing behavior specialists on the island. Again, thank you, County of Maui. I wish to further add that the kind of help that we have from the Office of Economic Development for another nonprofit, Kalama'ula Homesteaders Association. Mahalo for the funding that we've received and with the support of our council member. And then I want to segue off Kavika Gonzalez kind of mahalos for MEDB, but I want to extend that mahalo. You know, if it isn't for the council, the monies wouldn't go to MEDB to administer. So I thank the council for the kind of support that we have that helps with the education of our young people. And they do fabulous work. Again, it all starts with the kala and the resources that we need. And again, I'm going to say mahalo for myself as a kupuna. I thank you. Wow, you guys really like get me off here. Okay, so I want to, we have our Kupuna Care program, which is, has been funded out of the Office of Economic Development. I think now it's transposing out to Department of Human Concerns. Thank you, Council Member, for making that a regular thing because we all enjoy it. And it does make a social impact on many of the lives of the kupuna participate. So I'm here to advocate on behalf of my community to say mahalo nui.
Okay,
Yeah.
very good.
Thank
Stay
you.
right there. Member Rollins Fernandez, could you summarize all the things you have put in the budget that she's talking about? I think.
Oh, no, what I was saying is that because of Sunshine Law, as you're familiar with, everyone's supposed to have equal amount of time, and I was just going to ask if you got everything in your testimony, or if there was anything else you wanted to highlight that you may have missed because it's a short time.
I think I got just about everything that I wanted to, but you know, the contributions that whether it's MEO or many of our nonprofits and entities that most of us are volunteers, and but the work that needs to be done is to care for our island, and many of you are no different. That we got to wear plenty hats, but we got to tip the hat all the time for go big for money. So we go to different trusts, and it helps. So mahalo nui.
Mahalo, Ms. Corella.
Thank you.
And of course, we can always talk stories more.
Okay, so if you want to submit to us what you have on your thing,
No, okay.
we want to make sure we get what you were reading real fast. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. I'll just knock on her door.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Next testifier. Thank you,
Chair.
Stacy.
The next testifier is Iolani Kuoha, followed by Jamie Winfrey.
Aloha, aloha na lala ka aha moku aina o Maui o wau o Iolani Kuoha he kumu o lelo Hawaii wau ma ka kula waina o Molokaʻi a he kamaʻaina wau ke noho nei wau ma ka aina hoʻopula o hoʻolehua ma ka hikina Molokaʻi hanau ia I ka makani hoʻolua ke la makani I kaika e hanau ai ka manaʻo hou I loko na keiki o ke ia aina. Ho'olua is the wind of Molokaʻi, a powerful force that births new ideas within the children of the land, of the aina. Aloha mai kako. I am Iolani Kuoha. I am a teacher at Molokaʻi Middle School with the Hawaiian language immersion. As well as the current president of the Molokaʻi Arts Center, I'm here today to express my strong support for the Maui Economic Development Board, the STEM Works Program, MEO Transportation, and the Molokaʻi Arts Center. Because today, these organizations create a foundation of opportunity for our keiki. As a teacher, I've seen firsthand how MEDB STEMworks program empowers our students with real-world experiences in science, technology, engineering, and math, like how Kunkavika has shared. They're not just learning from a textbook. They're coding robots, building QR codes for we have a mala, Hawaii mala, it's a guardian. They do flight simulations, exploring Hawaiian plants through a scientific lens, and they build curiosity, confidence, and connection to both Aina and innovation. None of the world be possible without MEO transportation, because how are we going to get to the Huaka'i? As a school, we rely on their support to take our students on Huaka'i field trips that are essential to hands-on learning, whether it's going to the community meetings, or visiting the wharf and seeing hokule'a, or participating in a healthcare day. MEO makes these educational journeys possible. And finally, as president of the Molokaʻi Arts Center, I humbly ask for your continued support. Mahalo for all of your support. The MAC is more than a studio. It's a vibrant, quaint space where students express themselves, connect with local artists, and build skills through our partnerships. With schools, we offer classes, internship visiting artists, workshops, Mea Hawaii workshops, and exhibits that develop their artist potential for our entire Kaiaulu, our community, for our keiki to our kupuna. In a small place like Molokaʻi, these programs are lifelines. They give our students access, equity, and a future of full promise. So please continue to fund and support MEDB, MEO, and the Molokaʻi Arts Center. Your investment changes lives, believe me. I've seen it in my classroom, in our studio, in the eyes of the next generation of leaders. So mahalo nui loa, no ka ho'olohea ana mai, mahalo.
Thank you. Anybody have questions? Member Paulson.
Thank you, Ms. Koha. Thank you, Chair. I just wanted to clarify, are you getting the MEDB STEMworks in Olelo, Hawaii?
Yes, I am.
And how do you get, you just request it?
Yep. I am a STEMworks educator. And I just wanted to share this year's, we went to the state science fair. My students, in the Maui competition, they placed second and third in Olelo, Hawaii. Yeah, they did really well.
Do you have to be a MEO STEMworks educator to get MEDB STEMworks educator to get the curriculum in Olelo, Hawaii?
Oh, I translated myself.
Oh.
I have to translate everything myself.
You wanna share it with Kulakaya Puni o Lahaina?
Oh yeah, hikino. Yeah. Mahalo, mahalo, mahalo.
Thank you, Chair. Next up is Jamie Winfrey, to be followed by Emmanuel Bello.
Aloha Budget Chair Sugimura and honorable members of the Maui County Council. Thank you for the opportunity to address you today. My name is Jamie Winfrey. I'm the captain of the Maui Police Department here in Molokaʻi. I'm here to request your support for a critical investment in our community safety. $18 million to renovate the decommissioned National Guard Armory, where we are seeking a 25-year lease. This project is a vital step forward for our departments, a bridge to better serve our community while we plan for an even brighter future. For over 4 decades, since 1979, we've operated out of our current facility. It's served us well, but we've outgrown it. Worse, it sits in the flood zone. When heavy rains hit, county crews have to drain our parking lot, and we stack sandbags to keep water from rushing through our front door. This isn't sustainable. It hampers our ability to respond quickly and effectively, putting a strain on both our resources and our officers. In 2012, the construction of the new fire station was completed, and the Maui Fire Department moved from next door and escape the challenges we continue to endure. The Army offers a practical, immediate solution. With $18 million, we can renovate the solid facility into a modern headquarters, upgrading structure, adding essential technology, and creating the space we desperately need. A 25-year lease gives us stability for the next quarter century, ensuring we can operate without the constant threat of flooding or the limitations of an outdated building. But let me be clear, this isn't our forever home. It's a strategic move, a way to meet our needs now while we work toward our long-term goal of construction a brand new, purpose-built facility down the road. Think of this as a strong foundation, not the final chapter. It buys us time to plan responsibly, secure funding, and design a cutting-edge police station tailored to Molokaʻi's future, while providing the response our community needs during storms and flooding. This $18 million investment is more than just building. It's about giving our officers the tools to keep Molokaʻi safe today while saving resources wasted on flood mitigation. It's about bridging the gap between where we are and where we want to be. It's about building and maintaining strong morale. With your support, we can make this happen, strengthening our department and our community for the next 25 years, and setting the stage for something even greater beyond that. Mahalo for your time and attention.
Thank you. Anyone have questions? Here comes the question.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Officer Winfrey. Did you guys have plans for the flooding building? Or Captain Winfrey? Do you know what's going to happen to the building in that area now?
No, it's a county-owned facility, so I'm not sure what's going to happen after we leave.
Okay, thank you, Captain.
Thank you for your testimony. So the existing National Guard facility, is that a state building?
Yes, it's on state property.
And have you guys submitted for the lease? You have?
Yes.
They have? Okay, all right, thank you.
Any other? See none. Can somebody check my mic? It's not working. Can you hear me? Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's always on. Okay, thank you.
He's manually making it.
Oh, you're manually making it.
Yeah, so the more reverb.
Thank you. Talk slow. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Chair. The next person up to testify is Emmanuel Bello, to be followed by Kimberly Ka'ai.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank our Honorable Chairwoman Yuki Lei Sugimura and our honorable members of our County Council. My name is Emmanuel Bello, and I am testifying on behalf of the Maui Police Department. I am here today in support of two important topics. First, the relocation of our current police station to the Hawaii National Guard Armory building. Second, and more specifically, I am here to request additional funding in the amount of $20,000 for our summer Molokaʻi Youth Leadership Program. I am the community police officer for the island of Molokaʻi, and since becoming a police officer almost 9 years ago, I have spent the majority of my career serving the community of Molokaʻi. During my time of service, I have witnessed the deterioration of our facility rapidly escalating. The flooding within the parking lot of our station poses a serious safety concern for the general public and officers. The holding cells in our station do not have operable water to the water faucets due to ongoing plumbing issues, and our air conditioning system often freezes over. I believe relocating the station as soon as possible is the best solution to resolve these issues. Next, I'd like to share a bit about our cadet program. Anything you guys can give, I really appreciate it. Yeah.
Mahalo, Officer Patel.
Member Paulson.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Officer Bello.
Yeah.
As you were talking, I was trying to think. I didn't see 18 million in the CIP for the National Guard building, and so then I just was wondering, is that when you speak to the chief or the police commission, are they aware, and is that a priority of theirs as well, but maybe not this year or something?
Are you talking about funding the cadet program?
The National Guard Armory.
Oh, so I think the chief has been in contact with everyone, and he's been planning it. I'm not sure exactly of the particulars or the details of it, but I really do believe that we really do need a station, and it'll be so much more helpful for the community and the officers as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. I mean, I believe you, but
Awesome.
I don't want to, if he's not prepared, I don't know how. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much. Any other questions? See none. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chair. The next testifier is Kimberly Ka'ai, to be followed by Kule Ikaika Bisha Huario.
Dan, do you need to recess?
Dan, you need a recess. Dan, do you need a recess?
Dan, do you need a recess?
We just got disconnected real quick, but it's reconnected. So we're checking on the Facebook.
Okay. Do you want us to
Yeah.
recess 5 minutes?
Okay. Recess 5 minutes, so we're at 6:57, 7:03. Okay, Daniel, you ready? Okay.
Okay, Chair.
Okay, ready?
The next testifier.
Wait. Yeah. Okay, we're going to start the meeting. It is now 7:09, and thanks for the brief recess. We needed to have Facebook with our Akaku or Daniel get rebooted, so here we go. Next testifier.
The next testifier is Kimberly Ka'ai, to be followed by Ikaika Bisha Huario.
Aloha Budget Chair Sugimura and honorable members of the Maui County Council. My name is Kimberly Ka'ai, and I'm here today wearing two hats. First, as a proud wife of a dedicated police officer with the Maui Police Department for almost 21 years, and secondly, as the principal of Mauna Loa Elementary School. From both these deeply personal and professional vantage points, I stand before you to strongly advocate for the continued support of MEDB and the urgent need to allocate county funding for the renovation of the National Guard Armory as the temporary site of the Molokaʻi Police Department. Being a school leader, ensuring the safety and well-being of my staff and students is always of utmost priority. Safe operation are crucial for the well-being of everyone who visits our campuses and contributes to the overall success of any organization. As a wife of a police officer, it's disheartening to hear and see the state of their current facilities. Sorry. Poor air conditioning, plumbing issues, second, third-hand gym equipment are just some of the deeply concerning issues my husband and his fellow colleagues deal with. In addition to the physical deterioration of the environment, it also affects the safety of our officers, as the location is in a flood zone, where we often see the entire parking lot underwater during heavy rain. Police work is inherently stressful and can expose officers to traumatic events. Prioritizing their safety and well-being by providing safe working conditions is needed, and a renovated facility would provide a safer and more functional environment, allowing them to focus on protecting our community without unnecessary added stressors from their workplace. A well-functioning police department is a cornerstone of a safe community. When our officers have the resources and facilities they need, they are better equipped to respond to emergencies and engage in proactive community policing efforts that directly benefit our island community. The condition of our public buildings also send a powerful message
to our community, but more so our children. Prior to administration, when I was a teacher, we would often take our students to visit different public buildings like the fire department, and visiting a rundown police station can inadvertently convey a lack of value of those who serve and protect us. Allotting funding for a more modern facility would demonstrate to our community the importance we place on public safety and the respect we have for law enforcement professionals serving as positive role models for civic responsibility. When you think about their safety and well-being and invest in our department, who we rely on to keep our community safe, it sends a message that they are valued. While I understand that renovations require financial investment, I firmly believe that it's time to make the necessary investment in the safety and future of our community. Delaying the necessary relocation potentially compromises the safety and effectiveness of our police department, ultimately impacting the well-being of everyone on our island. Mahalo.
Thank you. Any questions for the testifier? Seeing none. Thank you very much.
Chair, the next testifier is Ikaika Bishaw Juario, to be followed by Justin Lua Falemana.
Aloha, members.
Hi.
What you heard from was just our family and my coworkers. I don't need to tell you guys who or what I represent, but I'll tell you who I am. My name is Kyle Ikaika Bishaw Ja'ario. I'm currently the detective and the only detective here on Molokaʻi. And I've served this department for 22 years. I'm born and raised on this island. I pretty much watched the stages of that building. Yeah, again, yeah, constructed in 1979. Although it deteriorates, yeah, I've been up in the rafters. I've been on that roof, holding it together, doing my part, yeah. Part of our Molokaʻi way is to make it work, right? Out here on Molokaʻi, we make it work, whatever we have to do. But it's time for us to get a new department, a new station. As part of my responsibilities, I oversee 3,100 evidence items that we've seized for our cases. Much of these cases are still pending. In the process, or in the past, there's been 6 accounts where we had to evacuate our station, and that's when we had the tsunamis. And in that process, what we do is we upload all of our safety equipment, all of our vehicles, all of our light towers, our ATVs, all of this equipment has to be moved to higher ground. Evidence is not one of them. There's no way of moving 3,100 pieces of evidence. That thing will stay, and that thing will diminish if a tsunami hits. But that is the priority, yeah, is our safety. Because the police work not going to stop, yeah, especially after a natural disaster. It will not stop. Yeah, in fact, it'll probably intensify. So we as the department have to be ready to respond should that day come. We pray for it every day not to happen, but the reality is the clock is ticking, yeah. We have the epicenter about 90 miles away. Yeah, constantly erupting, constant earthquakes is right over there. How much time will that give us to respond to some kind of natural disaster that happens 90 miles away? By reallocating these funds and getting us to the Armory, it gives us a strong foundation, 5,200 square feet as opposed to 1,700 square feet. Yeah, 2.5 acres. Yeah. You've heard from Officer Bello with our cadet program. What he didn't mention to you guys is this cadet program doesn't happen inside our facility because we can't fit the kids in there. So we borrow the gym next door to run this program. Now imagine a facility that can accommodate us, yeah? Us and whatever program, whatever future that we have in store for this island in one facility, and give these children the opportunity to actually know and what it feels like to work in an actual police station. Yeah, this is our vision for our future. The ironic part, yeah, for all of us who serve this community is we don't have the luxury of being with our families in times of disaster. Yeah, we kiss them goodbye and we leave. We leave them at our homes. And we're going to go to a flood zone to work. That's hindsight. So our families know that we're going to a place that possibly will get wiped away. Yeah, 22. 22 is a number. Yeah, 22 is the number of employees, sworn and non-sworn personnel that work in that station. Not to mention the families behind those 22 members. So you're asking them to leave their homes, to leave the comfort of their families, and to go work over there. Yeah. I'm here, whatever the solution, we need a new police station. Mahalo.
Thank you very much. Member Paulson.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Officer Bishaj Wario. Somebody, I don't know if it was from you, this,
Captain Winfrey.
oh, from Captain Winfrey. Is it planned to be done in phases? Because it still has the design, and then the permitting, and then
Yes.
the construction.
Yes. Yes.
So this fiscal year, would it be just the design and possibly permitting?
Some construction, hopefully.
Okay.
If this process moves along, we're hoping to be in construction within a year, as my chief told me.
And so if it's in phases and the whole thing is 18 million, how much is this fiscal year?
That's above my pay grade.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Welcome.
Oh,
Sorry. Aloha. Mahalo for your testimony, Officer Bishaji Aryo. Just to expound, so the armory is an already constructed facility, so it would be renovated and retrofitted for that space, which is why my understanding is, which is why some of the construction could take place and relocation could happen quicker than constructing a new facility. Is that correct?
Yes, let me give you an example. That building, 5,200 square feet, is constructed of concrete and steel. Also part of that facility, yeah? So we have items that we have to keep secured, money, drugs, and firearms, yeah? In that facility right now, currently, there is a safe that is 15 feet by 7 feet long that can safeguard the entire, whatever we have in stock right now, and continue to serve beyond that time. So it's there already. I mean, it's one less thing to look, to have to plan for.
Mahalo, Officer Bishaji Aryo.
thank you. So, excuse me. So during the break, I did speak to your team, and I understand that it's something that Chief Peltier has already spoken to you about,
Yes.
and that you're working with the military. I don't know which branches, but because it's a National Guard building, you are in talks with them already.
Yes, we are.
Okay. So I guess we better check with Chief, see what's up. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Next testifier.
Chair, the next testifier is Justin Lua Falemana, to be followed by Kala Bisha Juario.
So remember when Chief was on the phone and I said this is one of my priorities? Yeah. That was one.
Did he know?
I asked him on the phone, remember?
Yeah.
We talked about it? Yeah.
Aloha. Thank you guys for having us here tonight. I'm Justin Lua Falemana, head coach and president of Aina Paʻa Wrestling Team. And before I give my testimony, I'd just like to thank the Molokaʻi Police Department and all their staff. Thank you guys for everything you guys do for our community. Really appreciate it. On behalf of the Aina Paʻa Wrestling Team, thank you guys for your guys' support and you guys' continued support in getting our kids, our wrestlers off island and opportunities to travel and compete in the wonderful sport of wrestling. I'd just like to thank the county, Darren and all his staff. Tomorrow we'll be having a tournament here hosted by Aina Paʻa Wrestling Team and Maui Style League here at the county gym. Thank you guys so much for having that, making it possible to grow the sport of wrestling here on Molokaʻi. So great opportunities. However, we do know that the county gym right now needs, just like the police department, needs upgrades too. So with that being said, Aina Paʻa Wrestling Team, as Officer Ikaika mentioned, Molokaʻi, we make it work. And right now, we making it work at my sister's house for practices under a 20 by 30 easy up with mats on the ground. and we have 35 kids that we work out with. So yes, we want a facility, not just for the wrestling team, but for all the other sports events, right? For basketball, volleyball, anything that requires a gym. Kihei Gym, when we go Maui to compete, is beautiful, right? Great facility, and it can house a lot of people. So we ask you guys for you guys' continuous support to keep helping us to travel. It is expensive. We do use a boat a lot to shuttle, due with limitations on Mokulele, but we don't take no for an answer. We try to get our kids off island to compete, and we're so grateful that other islands realize that, and Maui has now returned, and they're coming to support us. We got over about 100 kids coming tomorrow to Molokaʻi to support Aina Paʻa wrestling team and to build the sport of wrestling. So great opportunities for our kids. And with that being said, I just wanted to leave it up to some of my leader wrestlers here. The club is female dominant. We just want to say that. The club is female dominant. Women's wrestling is the fastest growing sport in the nation, and it shows on and off the mat. However, we do still advocate education is number one. And then with that being said, sports help them to set their goals, right? See where they want to go, a direction in life. If they want to get higher education, just reaching those goals, long-term goals. So we want to thank you guys, but we do need continuous support into getting our kids off island and competing, right? So that way they can get that experience. We've been going to Maui and Oahu, great competition, great experience. Just with the kids traveling is amazing. Some of them don't get to travel. Just a wonderful experience for them. But we making it work. Even when we go off island, we do stay with the Girls and Boys Club. They're a big support of us. We stay there, and we just try and get a lot of support. But I know the time is up, but I wanted to turn it to any of these wrestlers, see if they want to say anything.
Aloha, my name is Tiale Tenkaio, and I'm a wrestler on Aina Paʻa. And we want to thank the Budget Committee for funding us and allowing us to wrestle on Maui and Oahu and even Vegas. And we have these opportunities to wrestle off island, and we want to ask for $30,000 to keep being able to wrestle off island and have our own facility to wrestle at.
Hi, my name is Evelyn Takashima, and I'm a wrestler from Aina Paʻa. I think that the Aina Paʻa deserve the money because all the Aina Paʻa wrestlers, the kids, they all love wrestling, and they all work hard to get to tournaments and work hard for the tournaments, and I think that they deserve to have good equipment. Thank you.
Good job. Hi, my name is Nylan. I wrestle for Aina Paʻa now. I used to live in Lahaina and wrestle for Lahaina, but after the fires, I had to move here. I thought I didn't have anything to do when I came, and I thought I wasn't going to have any friends, but Aina Paʻa Wrestling took me in and treated me as their own. And I created a bond with them, and I can call them my family now. And this wrestling program has helped me a lot throughout my wrestling career, and it has made me a better wrestler than I was before. Thank you.
Aloha, my name is Leah Shea Takashima. You guys just heard my daughter. This was a last minute thing, but I was so passionate about our wrestling team that I did want to come up here and speak on behalf of our team. I've watched this team and the leadership in this team take our children so far. It's been such a blessing when they were able to tell us, I don't only have to take one kid, I can take 3 of your kids. That was an amazing burden taken off of my shoulders. And just to watch my kids, the level of determination and just how well-rounded this club is allowing my children to be. You know, teaching them their civic duty by coming here and speaking to advocate for themselves and the things that we need. It's been such a, it's been impressive. It's been impressive. And so I'm just so incredibly blessed, and I just wanted to be able to say that these children are deserving of our funding. These children work hard, and we want to see that their hard work is rewarded. You know, and in times like these are the opportunities they get to show off all the hard work that they've done. And I hope you guys take the time to, you know, cross those T's, dot those I's, and see what you guys can give to us, because our children here on Molokaʻi deserve it, and they also need it. So thank you guys for your guys' time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Question.
Yes, sir.
Just tell them where you're
Come.
from, where you're.
My name is Isabella Morikawa, and I'm from Maui. I come here to support Aina Pa'a Wrestling.
Good job.
Okay. Either for you, Justin, or Liashe. Question, follow-up. Mahalo for all of your testimonies. Wonderful job, everyone. So the travel funding is something that Member Johnson and I spearheaded, because he's Lena'i, I'm Molokaʻi, and mokulele is very costly. I was hoping that you could share a little bit about the amount of fundraising you folks do, just so that my colleagues understand how much you guys work to also contribute to the cost of travel.
Yes, totally. So we fundraise consistently. Next week we'll be here at Earth Day fundraising while the team is down in Hana. So some parents that can't make it to Hana, they'll be over here fundraising at Earth Day. So whatever community events that do have, we try to fundraise. Even at the Makahiki, that's a big one, where we do a lot of plate sales, food sales, drink sales. And we also try to sell our T-shirts, a lot of merchandise, whatever we can do to help support, get any type of funding. We do run like an Opala tent that we kind of go with the parties. They give us the slop. We separate the slop, the trash, recycles. We do all of that too. And fundraising does help, and we try to keep it going. But yes, Aina Pa'a does do fundraising. Anything helps, just trying to make it work and keep these kids going and keep loving the sport of wrestling.
Mahalo. Mahalo, Mr. Lua Falemana, because they're like non-stop fundraising. So the amount of money we contribute, they like match or exceed. Mahalo.
Member Fulton. Thank you, Chair. I just was wondering, is the county let you guys run concessions tomorrow?
So tomorrow at the county, at our tournament, we are having a concession. So just having a tournament here with the turnout of people, it's big. It can help us actually generate funds too. So it's a big thing to us to even have a tournament here. I mean, a lot of hands, honestly, right? We was over here working, and the way things flow is not coincidence. Like, we was made to come here, and I'm so grateful that we're here tonight, and thank you guys for listening to us. But yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next testifier.
Chair, the next testifier is Kala Bisha Juario, to be followed by Tihani Ka'alekahi.
Aloha, Chair and members of the County Council. After hearing that testimony, I understand if we're not going to get our police station, but I'm going to try again. And so I'm a wife of Detective Bishal Juario, and I'm here to also advocate for the renovation of the armory for our police officers. It is a little frustrating, or a lot, to just feel overlooked at times and He's been in the department about 22 years, and which means our family and my children, our children, have witnessed all of his physical and mental trials that he's gone through, and this would just bring the morale up for them, and I think they deserve it. So that's all. We just want to malama our officers. And to go back to Mr. Gonzalez's testimony about MEDB, I also work at the school with him, and I escorted 3 girls to the STEM Works, which was Introduce a Girl to STEM Works Day. And these girls are from Molokaʻi. They don't get to travel. And leaving Molokaʻi, they were so nervous just to go to Maui. They were like, I don't want to leave my mom for overnight. This is too much. And I had to ensure them that, you know, they were going to take care of us. And they gave us a beautiful place to stay. The girls had so much fun. They were mentored by a bunch of Maui Electric women that are rebuilding Lahaina. And they got to meet women engineers and build a Bluetooth speaker box, which they all got to take home. And it was so awesome to see them working with the tiniest little screws and becoming empowered and thinking, I can do that. And I just wanted to say mahalo for allowing us to go and let our students experience these things. And it was such an awesome experience for me to be able to go. So thank you for supporting our community, our students, our wrestlers back there, and mahalo.
Yeah. Thank you. Next testifier.
The next testifier is Tehani Ka'alekahi, to be followed by Robert Nervesa Shizuma.
Aloha, Council Chair, our Molokaʻi's own Councilwoman Keani Rollins Fernandez, and Honorable Council members. My name is Tihani Ka'alekahi, and I am the Executive Director of Sustainable Molokaʻi. Mahalo for the opportunity to testify and for your continued support of our work in the areas of food, energy, climate change, resiliency, and land back. With previous county grant funding, we've made real progress in building food system resilience for our island. Our mahiʻai moa and cattle feed pilot programs are not only increasing local food production, but also deepening community engagement and food sovereignty. MP, thank you for coming back, will share a little bit about our cattle feed pilot program. Thanks to your support, we've also completed phase 1 of our food hub expansion and resiliency center, which includes a community needs assessment, feasibility studies, site selection, and concept design. Tanya will share more about that in her testimony. We're also deeply grateful for your role in advancing the Maui County Food and Nutrition Security Plan and supporting the creation of a food access coordinator. This has already strengthened local collaboration and is helping us build a more equitable, community-based food system. Looking ahead, we humbly ask for your continued partnership in 2 key areas: $100,000 in operational support to sustain and grow our ongoing programs, and support for our Renewable Energy Planning Initiative, which focuses on energy planning for all of Molokaʻi and aims to align food and energy resilience for our island. Robert will speak more to that. Together, we can continue building a thriving, self-sufficient Molokaʻi that uplifts our people and protects our aina. Mahalo nui loa for your time, support, and commitment to our island. In closing, I also want to say that I support all those who have testified thus far and all those who will be testifying after me. Mahalo.
Mahalo to you. Any questions? Member Paulson.
Thank you, Ms. Kalewaki. I was wondering if you're open to partnering with Kaunoa for the nutritional needs of the seniors.
Yeah, Auntie Kauʻi, that came up earlier on it.
And how much would that cost?
You know, I feel like we just started that conversation, so okay. I don't have a dollar amount at the moment, but happy to work on getting you some more information.
Okay, April 17th is our priorities deadline.
April 17th, okay. I'll go call Auntie Kauʻi and then
communicate with Kiani's office. You? Yeah. Okay. Mahalo.
Member Johnson.
Thank you, Chair. So this ties into one of my priorities that I'm going to be trying to do countywide. So we want to have grants for folks like yourself, if you think you would work with this in this framework, is that you go buy the food from the farmers and then you can serve it to the people. Mm-hmm. And is that how you're doing it now, or what is your model now on how? I know you mentioned a pilot project, and I'm curious to learn more about it. But is that what you guys generally do?
We do a number of things, and that's one of them, is food access.
Okay.
So we do, right now we got a grant to do free food boxes. We're doing a total of 3,900 from February through May, and that's all fresh produce and protein.
Is that something sustainable? You could do that year round if you had the funds for it?
If we had the funds for it, yes.
Okay.
And that is one of our objectives.
Okay. Well, I'm sure we'll talk later. Thank you.
Okay.
Any other questions? Thank you.
Okay, mahalo.
Next testifier.
Chair, the next testifier is Robert Nervesa Shizuma, to be followed by Tanya Davis Mendiha.
Testing. Okay. Aloha, esteemed members of the Maui County Council, and big aloha to our very own Councilmember Kiani Rollins Fernandez. My name is Robert Nervesa Shizuma, and I am here on behalf of the Molokaʻi Clean Energy Hui, as well as the Energy Sovereignty Program at Sustainable Molokaʻi. First, mahalo nui to all of you on the Council and the broader Maui County for your consistent support across Sustainable Molokaʻi's initiatives. Although energy sovereignty and the Molokaʻi Clean Energy Hui has not received direct funding from the County of Maui, the Molokaʻi Clean Energy Hui will have a renewable energy implementation plan within 1 to 3 years, and we will return with opportunities to support us in that endeavor. Second, we are grateful that this Council continues to invest in hazard mitigation. Molokaʻi has worked towards having its own hazard mitigation plan, in addition to Maui County's HazMit plan. We would like to ask your help in requesting Tetra Tech to use existing reports such as the CRAP 1.0 or the Community Energy Resiliency Action Plan 1.0 report, and the Council-funded climate change, sea level adaptation, and resiliency plans that already have comprehensive summaries of community outreach and engagement here in Molokaʻi. These results can be used to drive emergency planning decisions as it relates to critical infrastructure here. Tetra Tech's intention to utilize an online-only one-time survey is not only duplicative, but it will be a fraction of the results that we have already collected here during the past couple of years for community outreach in CRAP and the climate change report. Tetra Tech's proposed method of community engagement was open for a short time with an unknown amount of marketing for Molokaʻi residents to participate in, as outlined in the CRAP 1.0 report. Online surveying is not a community-preferred method of engagement and outreach here. It would be strategic for Molokaʻi's HazMit plan to incorporate published community outreach and engagement results instead of going strictly off of the online surveys administered from Tetra Tech. The County of Maui's HazMit plan for Molokaʻi is essential for unlocking FEMA funding for community co-design renewable energy solutions for bolstering Molokaʻi communities' disaster and energy resiliency. And third, some of you may recall Leilani Chow's presentation last year on Molokaʻi CRAP. One of the projects you have already learned about and will be coming to fruition soon is the fast-track community-based renewable energy project at Kuala Lumpur Rec Center. So a big mahalo for the Council's support in this process, and a shout out to Oahu Energy Cooperative for spearheading and planning the development of that project. We have been working with National Renewable Energy Lab and the Pacific Northwest National Laboratory to advance the next projects in CRAP. The projects that we are pursuing are geared to provide energy sovereignty and clean energy to the Molokaʻi community in a way that provides economic relief to our residents in the long run. I hope you all share the pride and excitement we feel because as partners, you all have excelled in being staunch allies to CRAP. Mahalo.
Thank you. Do you want to give us your testimony? Oh,
this
and your, yeah. And is there another book that you can share?
No, we have the electronic copy in my committee.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Any questions? Seeing none. Thank you very much.
Mahalo, thank you.
Thank you, Chair. The next testifier is Tanya Davis Mendiha, to be followed by MP Kamakana.
You guys want to take a break? We did, huh? Oh, is that long enough?
Aloha, council members. Mahalo nui for being here. My name is Tanya Mendiha, and I am a project manager at Sustainable Molokaʻi. Thank you so much for supporting us in our phase 1 of SM's Food Hub Facility Project, which we call Molokaʻi, a Sustainability and Resiliency Center. Inclusive of a food hub, which includes food storage, aggregation and makerspace, incubation kitchens, dedicated space for a permanent Maui food bank site, community space for everyday use by the community. Mahalo also to Dr. Kali RC for working with us and Joe Takuta's office on behalf of the County of Maui Ag Department in 2023 for the inclusion of Molokaʻi Food Hub into the federal budget to acquire the HUD CDI funding for acquisition and infrastructure to support our efforts. As mentioned earlier, by Tihani, we were able to gather key information in phase 1 and request your support to help us move forward into phase 2 of the project, which includes site selection and due diligence, working towards site acquisition, incorporating the HUD application process, which includes an environmental assessment, and to develop more so our architectural designs and continued consulting work for financial modeling, strategy, and operations. Currently, we have 2 small grants through the EPNS, and that's for renewable energy analysis and the living building registration that will inform site selection and also due diligence. We have been a part of the Maui Nui Resilience Hub Network with other organizations throughout the county, spearheaded by Makalea at Living Pono Project and Baja from the Resiliency Hub Collaborative for the last 2 years. The Hui has been working with Josh Cooper within the mayor's office as well, and we would like to advocate for recurring annual Resiliency Hub funding in the budget for each district, and highlight the importance of implementation of the hubs and not waiting for another disaster to happen. We are requesting $200,000 for Molokaʻi towards staffing and implementation, and kind of just to highlight that Baja has been working with the county to kind of identify Molokaʻi Sustainable, hopefully, as one of those key organizations to help move this forward, and as well as the other hubs within the organization as we meet every 2 weeks. So yeah, thank you so much. And then I kind of wanted to touch as well on the kupuna program you kind of mentioned earlier. We currently have, within our mobile market, people can actually purchase kupuna boxes that are given freely to whomever, and it's given through, I think, the RC. Yeah. So it is going to that program, and then they distribute to the kupuna. So that can be continued, but that is our community actually purchasing through the mobile market, which is part of our one of our food sovereignty programs. So yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much. Anybody have questions? Member Paulson.
Chair, I'm so sorry. I forgot your name.
Oh, Tanya. Tanya, yeah, Mendiha.
Thank you, Tanya. The request for the annual allocation for the resiliency hubs, do you think it would be $200,000 annually?
So this is kind of on the request of Baja and those we've been speaking with in the through our resiliency network. They kind of wanted us to go to our community council and whatever, and kind of push for that, because we knew that there was funding coming down from the federal. And last year when we asked Josh what happened to that funding that was allocated, he said, it wasn't allocated yet to anybody, and I think they redistributed that funding, which was meant for specifically food hubs, and we were kind of where did it go? So it was kind of, we've had our meetings, and I know on their end they were going to ask Josh.
And when you say food hubs, you mean resiliency hubs?
Yeah, sorry, resiliency hubs, yes.
So you didn't get the 200,000 allocation from this fiscal year?
No. Yeah, I think, speaking with him, I think he told us nobody got it. Because even on Makale'a's side, like from the Pono and all the other groups that we talked
Okay, I got
with.
one more question.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So the mayor's office, Josh Cooper, that you're working with, is political cycle. If this mayor goes, possibly he might not stay.
Oh,
So I was going to propose to move the money from the mayor's office to the emergency management administrator's office, and he was open to it because they're kind of hired, not political, and I just was wondering if you would support that.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, I definitely, tell them about it. They'd be very excited about that, yeah. So we can know exactly, like, where the funding has gone or where it's going to be going. Yeah.
I mean, they talked to us about the resiliency hubs, but I didn't understand that all the money that we put towards resiliency hubs in this fiscal year did not get to the people.
We wasn't too sure like what happened because in our meetings we have at least 30 organizations that meet, within
we met with Baja for West Maui too, and,
exactly.
Makalea.
And so one of our last meetings, maybe in the past month, we wondered where that went, and then one of his due diligence was to go find out where it was reallocated to, because none of us got it. Like, nobody in the Resiliency Hub network got any of that. So we're like, okay, so where do you go?
Did you try to fill out like an application to have the money come?
Yeah, that was the other question we had. Like, okay, we're all waiting for an RFP.
Oh.
And I mean, and this is coming from like Makalea as well, right? It's like, yeah, they didn't have either. So.
Okay, I'm going to try to call them up and see
thank you.
more information. Thank you. That's very enlightening.
Yeah. Thank you.
One moment.
Oh, yeah.
Aloha, Ms. Medina. Mahalo for your testimony today. So in this year's budget, there's $1 million allocated for a shade structure at Waneli'i Park. $1 million. So when we had parks before us, one thing we talked about was perhaps the shade structure also being PV panels so that it could at least generate solar energy and provide shade for $1 million. Is that something that you folks like with working on resiliency hubs?
Yeah, so like the whole idea is to become like just off-grid type. So yeah, definitely. We went and visited, especially, they talk about the Kihei one, and that was a good example of how that, and we see it all over, but yes, integrating water catchment systems. We do have concept designs already like created for energy efficiency and everything like that. So off-grid.
Great, mahalo.
Yeah.
Mahalo.
Okay, thank you. Next testifier.
Chair, the next testifier is MP Kamakana, to be followed by Tyler Tanaka.
Okay. Aloha Council. So my name is MP Kamakana. I'm the VP for MHLA, better known as Molokaʻi Homestead Livestock Association. So we've worked hand in hand with Sustainable on a program created for basically livestock beef producing. So we had a case of TB that happened in 2019. Just to keep you guys updated, our herd has not been has tested negative. So basically, we haven't had indemnity monies like previous ranchers had. So we had to figure out a system or basically a way to move animals from Molokaʻi. So with teaming up with Sustainable, we came up with a program to try and basically keep the beef on island. That's what our program is trying to do at this moment. We had a previous funding from the county, which helped us acquire a lease and basically get started with this program. So as we're doing it right now, currently at the Molokaʻi Ag Park, and we've had about 120 head run through there, and we moved it through MLC, better known as Molokaʻi Livestock Co-op. That's our on-island slaughterhouse. So that being said, we're trying to keep the beef industry on Molokaʻi and move it through a farm-to-table type of sale. Our things that we've got so far, we wanted to basically build this program for other people to try and influence ranchers to keep their beef on island. Again, because of the stipulations with the TB, a lot of ranchers has been pretty much not influenced with it. A lot of their lands are being poorly managed because of deer, so they haven't been interested in moving and continuing their lifestyle with producing cattle and beef on island. So with programs like this, it influences other ranchers to start doing things with their land and basically managing it in a better way, or it gives them an option to continue doing what they do. So on behalf of myself and our organization, and with sustainable support, we'd like to just say thank you, and hopefully we can continue to do our thing on Molokaʻi.
Perfect timing, huh? Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Chair, the next testifier is Tyler Tanaka, to be followed by Kawai Puna Kalipi.
Okay. Aloha, council members, chair, budget chair. Thank you for all for coming to Molokaʻi to hear us and plead our case for money today. I wear many different hats, so as I go along, I'll kind of share my position in each hat. But my name is Tyler Tanaka. I am a community advocate, business owner, event leader, and all kinds of stuff in the community. So the first thing I want to talk about is our community events here in Molokaʻi. I would like to thank Council Member Kiani Raleigh Fernandez for putting in those monies in for Kulaʻia and Molokaʻi Kamehameha festivals this year, and hope we get to continue that again. These events do foster economic growth. They help our community members kuka because we're just having less and less space, right, to come and meet each other, unless we're going to each other's house and stuff like that. So mahalo. I want to share that a company in Hawaii, a wide-known company that makes $18 million a quarter, usually supports every event that we put on here at Molokaʻi. They have an office here. Today I got a text that they will no longer be supporting us because it doesn't align with their goals. So I just want to stress how important that the county, I don't want to isolate them out, but we can talk in person if you just want to know who that is. So that is for the community events. I sit on many, many teams. So the next one is I am a board member for the Friends of Molokaʻi High School. We give out about $30,000 to $40,000 a year in scholarship grants to the school. We do that through our endowment fund. We rely on the stock market. But recently we've been tapping into the travel for students. We want to advocate for that. The middle school, the high school, we want to continue to support that. Next is I wanted to introduce the Molokaʻi Alliance of Native Artisans. It's a newly formed nonprofit. I'm the vice president here in Molokaʻi. These are a group of businesses who make physical products, whether manufacturing off-seas or designing in-house here. It's consists of 11 members now. We're having an open house on the 17th to invite more members. But I wanted to thank you guys for putting money in for the Made in Maui, for them to participate, and to advocate if we could have some kind of fund similar for Mary Monarch and Made in Hawaii. Secondly, I am working on bringing the Saturday market back here into Kaunakakai. I've been working with my landlord of my office, the Trust of Gary Gallagher. They're not ready to move on some legal issues they have going on, that they're not ready to take that on, but they're interested. So I went across the street. The library and the state building is interested, so I'm going through that process to move that big Saturday market, bring it back into town, because a lot of people have come to me and they said they're not making the same amount of money as they would at other locations. But yeah, thank you.
Okay. All right, so did you get to finish your list, or you can send it
No,
to us
that's
in
my
writing?
list.
That's your list. Perfect timing.
Yeah, I was.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Buji. Anybody have questions?
What is Shawna?
She wants the tea.
Oh, you like the tea? Come see me later. It's hot.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Kawai Puna Kalipi, followed by Ku'ule RC.
Aloha nui, council members. I just wanted to echo what our community has been saying, and just mahalo nui loa, each and every one of you, for first coming here and continuing to serve this county, especially this community. We appreciate it. I want to take some of my time to sing the praises of a few of our previous people that they didn't get to fill in for themselves. The Aina Pa'a wrestling team, they practice 4 days a week, and they're trying to do it 5 days a week. That's a lot of childcare. 35 kids, 5 days a week, choke childcare. That's a lot of money the county is saving. And also the 200K that Tanya is referencing, that she's asking for the Molokaʻi project, once they get past that initial phase, once they get past phase 2, it unlocks $1.3 million that Joe Tokuda has already set aside for acquisition. So the $200,000 is a huge investment. It unlocks $1.3 million. Super support everything everybody else has also said. The events that Buji was mentioning, that provides for our local economy, like Aina Pa'a and other community members that just need a little bit extra to get them off island, XYZ. And now I'll do my testimony. Aloha nui, my name is Kawai Puna Kalipi. I work for the Molokaʻi Heritage Trust, you folks seeded. And I want to just say mahalo nui for seeding the Molokaʻi Heritage Trust. Our goal is the same when you folks gave us that initial investment, and we are going to buy Molokaʻi Ranch. So I'm here not to ask for funds just yet, but to give you folks an update and, of course, sing your praises and your thanks. So since that initial investment, we've been able to secure over $1.7 million in additional funding. That's almost a 30% or 30 times an increase off of your initial investment. Mahalo nui loa. In addition to that funding that we've been able to secure, we've also successfully been able to partner with the Conservation Fund and the Brown Ohana for 900 acres in Wailau and Wailua Valley that will go directly back into community stewardship. And our eyes are still set on buying Molokaʻi Ranch, so I look forward to continuing developing a relationship with this county and seeing how we can get this county facility out of a lease and back into your hands. Mahalo nui.
Any questions? No questions.
Thank you, Ms. Chair and Ms. Kylie. Did you mean like move the facility or buy the land?
Buy the land.
Oh, okay. Because Molokaʻi Ranch owns the land.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and I also want to say that I fully support any monies that you give to the Haina Community Land Trust. All the monies. More. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Chair, the next is Ferris Ku'ule, RC, to be followed by Alice Ka'ahanui.
Aloha Council members, mahalo for coming. I am Ku'ule RC and I represent the Kupuna Program, Molokaʻi Rural Health Community Association. Kupuna Program, aka Ku'ule's Kupuna Program. A lot of Kupunas cannot say the long name, so they just say, yeah, Ku'ule's program. So anyway, I wanted to, we started fiscal year 2022, right when we thought COVID was almost pow. So our mission was to bring our kupuna out of confinement, being at home for so long. So when we first started, it was only supposed to be for 6 months. Here we are today, 2025. We're moving into 2026 and we're still here. So mahalo for that, the continuous support all the time. You know, watching our kupuna after this, since 2022, now I have a closer relationship with them. And it's hard. I see them moving from a touch of dementia to like full-blown dementia, where they are now homebound. They cannot even come out. Our program brings a lot of energy for them. We have so many programs that we bring and we coordinate for them. I think I counted like about 50 different things that we do. And it ranges from exercising, you know, Tai Chi, pickleball, stretches, painting via Zoom. We have sewing classes. We have lehulu classes. We have lomi for them. We have, and it's sad because of our air situation. You guys know about that. But because they cannot travel, we try to bring whoever we can, specialties over and spend the day here and service our kupuna. So one of them is Dr. Pitt. He's a podiatrist. So he comes over every month. And he services, we load him up. He serves like 40 kupuna in one day. Not even a day. He comes in at 7:30 and leaves at 3. But we slam him tight because we want to serve as many as we can. The other one is the eye doctor here, Dr. Amorales. She takes our kupuna, serves them, and we pay for their copay. And she's always telling me, thank you, because if it wasn't for our program, our kupuna would not visit her. They have cataracts, they have all kinds of conditions, and they wouldn't see her if they had to pay the copay. And of course, you know, to us it's $30, $50, but to them, it's like $100. That's a lot of money they got to pull out of their pocket. So we collaborate with them. We work with Sustainable Molokaʻi. They've been giving us kupuna bags that the public buys for $35, whatever it is. But the public buys it, it goes back to them, they distribute to us, we distribute to the kupuna. And it's fresh vegetables and beef. Sometimes I like take some stuff out from the bag before I give them to them. But I don't, I promise. But, you know, it's working together, and you know, like a lot of people said that we work with what we got. And that's exactly what we're doing. Whatever we can work together and collaborate on different things, that's what we're doing. We work with Home Pumehana. We use their space so that we can have stretch classes, so that we can have classes on dementia to teach their keiki on how to care for them. Not teach the kupuna, it's too late for them to learn that part. But we have computer classes. We teach them how to get on Zoom so that they can paint, so that they can check their newsletter every month, so that I can tell them what's going on. Every month I send a newsletter, and they're so thankful. But for me, it hits hard because we lost a lot of kupuna while, you know, their aging process. A lot of them are experiencing dementia, and I know, I heard. But it's very, it's gratifying to see what we've done so far and how much they appreciate us. I mean, they appreciate us so much that they don't care if we're on a diet. They bring us pastries, nuts, candies, every single visit they make. And we serve, so just before I'm done, but I wanted to say we're serving over 1,000 kupunas from the age of 65 and up. Our oldest is 98 years old. She still comes to our program and does her podiatry, her haircut, and her lomi.
Wow.
Okay, but
Thank you, Pauʻole.
we did have to stop taking more kupunas because we have maxed our services. We have maxed the people that are doing the services. Oh, and that's another thing. We have created over 21 jobs, including 5 staff in that office that we have. And I wasn't going to ask for more money, but I was thinking about it. You know, we're stationed in a home in Ranch Camp, a 2-bedroom. We utilize the bedrooms for Lomi. If they're not using it for Lomi, we have one-on-one consultations for Medicare, Social Security. We don't have the kupuna call the office of Social Security. We have them come over and talk to them because you cannot listen to somebody with the accent and try to understand what they're talking about. You're going to make changes to your Medicare, you're going to call on the phone? No. So we bring somebody over and they talk to them one-on-one. So our house that we rent, we utilize every single corner of that house for something. Okay, I got it.
Thank you, Pauʻole.
But thank you very much again.
If you have it in writing, you can give it to us. Or you were just talking?
I'm just talking.
Oh, okay.
I don't have time for writing. I'm so busy with kupunas.
Wait 1 second.
Aloha, Ms. Arce. Mahalo for your testimony. Really quick, do you folks provide service for like end-of-life plans and wills, estate planning?
Yes, so we have brought over different people from all of those little things like Kokua Maui, I think it is. So they do stuff like that, but we always hook up with them, we bring them over, or we do Zooms, and we bring the kupunas to the house and we have Zoom classes.
Okay.
So
Awesome.
yeah, we're always
Mahalo.
listening to their needs and trying to provide something for them.
Mahalo.
So awesome. Thank you. Next testifier.
Chair, we have 3 testifiers left. Alice Ka'ahanui to be followed by Alexa Dudawa.
Aloha Committee Chair Sugimura and Council members. My name is Alice Ka'ahanui, born and raised on Molokaʻi. I'm the Executive Director for the Molokaʻi Arts Center, testifying in support of funding to the Office of Economic Development to sustain grant programming to the MAC and our partners, including Molokaʻi Rural Community Health, Molokaʻi Ku'ule's Kupuna Program, MEO, Molokaʻi Middle School. First, I would like to say mahalo to Maui County for supporting the various programs and organizations who serve our Molokaʻi community. We partner with many of the organizations coming before you today, and I realize those partnerships happen in part because of the resources provided by the County of Maui. On behalf of the MAC, thank you, Councilmember Keani Rollins Fernandez, for allocating funds through the OED. Our Hawaiian Arts program will get a much-needed boost this summer because of that funding. This year, we celebrate our 50th anniversary of our nonprofit arts education organization. What started as a little ceramics and pottery hui has grown to support artists of all mediums, from painting to weaving, printmaking to screenwriting. Artists are storytellers, and by supporting programs like ours, you help all genres, all ages, keiki to kupuna, to tell stories of our very special island home. Our Artist in Residence program, partly funded by the Layla Twigg Smith Fund of Hawaii Community Foundation, brought artists from all over the world. Those artists taught classes and workshops and created art tied to our island culture. And Molokaʻi left a lasting impression on each of them as well. Last year, we helped establish the MAC Saturday Market at MCHC, which is a Molokaʻi Community Health Center, another partner. It provides a venue for over 40 visual and culinary artists, farmers, and crafters to help stimulate our local economy with Molokaʻi-made and Molokaʻi-grown products. Molokaʻi musicians donate their time and talent to enhance the weekly festival-like atmosphere. We recognize the challenges we may face this next fiscal year in light of cuts to federal and possibly state funding for our arts and culture. We hope the County of Maui will step up to help fill those gaps. Finally, I'm also a farmer, co-owner of Molokaʻi Bread, that's without an A, and Ho'oleu Homesteader. I support funding our county's fairly new Department of Agriculture and its programs to support our small farm businesses, efforts to increase self-sustainability, and focus on maintaining our rural way of life. Mahalo.
Thank you. Any questions? See none. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next testifier.
Chair, the last two testifiers are Alexa Durua, to be followed by Chantel Durua.
Aloha, Chair. Aloha, council members. Thank you for coming to Molokaʻi. It's nice to see you in person for a change. I am here to just quickly say that I'm in support of the armory for the armory development for the police department and the amount that they're asking for 18 million. I'm also in support of the youth programs for our police department, which is another 40K, I believe. And to round that off, I would like to ask for an extra $1 million to support our police departments, to have them have more beats on the island. We've been having a lot of things going on our island. People are concerned. We've been having a lot of community meetings. We feel that police force needs to be beefed up. They can't do it without money. So I'm coming to you to ask for an extra $1 million to support our police department for more beats on the island and for any extra things that they may need, equipment, their programs, and that's about it right now.
Thank you. One question. Are you with the police department also, just not uniform?
No,
tonight?
I'm not with the police department. I'm sorry. I should have said that I do volunteer my time with the MMAC committee with Chief Pelletier. I've been a supporter of him from the very beginning. I felt that he is a strong candidate for the position, and he has proven to me, in my eyes, worthy of everything that he's done so far. He's a man of integrity. Okay. He has great character.
So your community, you're a supporter of the police chief. Okay, thank you. I just wanted that clarification.
Okay.
Thank you.
So,
Any other questions? Member Paulton.
Any questions?
Thank you, Chair. I'm sorry again. I missed your name.
Alexa Durua.
Oh,
Okay.
no wonder.
Thank you.
No wonder.
Alexa Durua. Thank you, Ms. Durua. I just was wondering, I had two questions on the 1 million more per beats on the island. Are you aware that if Molokaʻi has vacancies in their police force, like it takes money, but it also takes bodies for more beats?
I know that the police force is, of course, always looking for candidates to join the police force. I know you might be thinking that $1 million is a lot, but
no, was your idea for like the existing folks to work more shifts?
Yes, the existing police force to expand their beats on the island. So we can have, right now, my understanding is they have one police officer going east and one police officer going west. That's what they cover. So if we can get more beats across the island.
And then I just wanted to ask you, as part of the MMAC committee, does the chief share with you that he does intend to do the National Guard Armory?
Yes, in fact, we just had our meeting a couple of weeks ago, the first Wednesday of the month. It's usually we have a Zoom meeting because we don't have funding for me to go there. So I do a Zoom with him, as well as the other people that sit on the committee. And we discussed the armory, and we've discussed extra funding for the island to cover the beats. So, but I know it doesn't start there. It starts here with you and you all to approve monies for the police department so that they can have extra beats on our island.
I mean, usually we give them what they're asking for, and then the other thing about the extra $1 million, like in the last fiscal year that we have reports for, it's like $8 million on carryover savings, which means that's $8 million we gave to them that they never use. So I just was wondering.
Okay, Jamie, you got to start using the money, yeah? If not, I cannot ask for more money. But yeah.
Oh, it's not just. I mean, I'm not saying Molokaʻi had $8 million. They never used. I mean, the Maui Police Department as a whole.
Okay.
But I mean, if he wanted to, if he had extra money that, I mean, he had $8 million or whatever. I mean, I think he can put it where it needs to go if he sees the
I'll
need.
talk to him about that.
Talk to him about that.
I will talk to him about that. Any other questions?
No.
Thank you so much, Council.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chair.
Next testifier.
Sorry, we have two more testifiers. Liko Wallace to be followed by Chantel Lindo. Tuloa.
Hi, council members. Welcome to Molokaʻi. I just wanted to come up at the end after listening to everybody and just giving their support, my support, for their plea for what they need. Because as it was said numerous times, we make do with what we got. So it takes a lot for people to come here to ask for your support to finance what we are doing here. And I would really like to put my support behind moving the police department to where they're asking to be placed temporarily, which is the armory, which seems to be a suitable place at the moment, and eventually locate a place for a permanent place. As they said, it does not look very good to be in a place that floods and everything is going haywire, and we bring our kids there and say, look at our police department, and we're supposed to be proud of that. And they're underwater whenever we rain. So I totally support them. I hope the money can be allocated towards moving them there and then to a better location. I don't know where this goes because I'm not sure who's in charge of this, but certified kitchens for our island. All the county facilities have been shut down. So as all the clubs come to, or organizations to fundraise, we need a certified kitchen before we can produce the products that we're going to sell. And there are only a handful, if that. Because once all the county facilities have been shut down, we're limited now to, I think, 3 or 4. So that's not enough. The Kaunakakai gym that was mentioned, I also heard that the Molokaʻi High School gym will be shut down for a couple years because they will be doing some much needed repairs. So more than likely they're going to be using this gym or Kaunakakai School outside court or Molokaʻi Baptist gym. So, you know, that, and then my support behind the Kupuna program. My mom has learned a lot from being there. And like she said, the haircuts and, you know, she learned how to make la'au lapa'au and, you know, all kind of field trips. So, yeah, continue to support that program and all the other ones that came up and asked. Thank you so much for hearing my support of the programs.
Thank you. Mahalo. Any questions?
I want a demonstration from her mother. Demonstrate the la'au lapa'au.
Chair, this is the last testifier. Thank you.
Aloha, Council Chair, BFED Chair Sugimura, and of course our wonderful Council Member Rollins Fernandez and all of the amazing Council Members. Mahalo nui loa for coming to Molokaʻi. My name is Chantel Lindo, and I am here to support all of the programs that you've heard today. I do see the urgency for the police department to move, but I want to stress what Captain Winfrey said. I believe this is a 25-year temporary solution. It cannot be the permanent solution. With the Slerexa lines moving up and the way that our town is slated to move in the next so many years, there has to be accommodations past the 25 years in order that our community can truly thrive and we can beef up our Molokaʻi Police Department to the way it needs to be done. I also like to especially support the cadet program. I personally have had children that I adopted from the streets that were able to graduate from there, and I have seen the tremendous amount of confidence, support, and these are trauma kids who came from both sexual and mental abuse and didn't know anything about community, just about survival. And so after 1 year, 1 month in the program and graduating from there, I have seen a significant change in her academics, in her ability to be a community contributor, and just in an overall responsibility to her family and her community. I also would like to just speak on the resiliency hub situation. I want to support turning that monies over to MEMA. I think that without MEMA's inclusion, none of that money should be used for resiliency hubs. Because MEMA is the lead agency, it only makes sense that they lead this charge. And the current model that has been trying to be blanketed throughout all districts of Maui County is not sufficient for Molokaʻi. And so I would like to see more community outreach on that also in the design phase from the beginning with these projects. And then lastly, I would also like to talk about funding for homeless outreach initiatives that help support small organizations and churches that are able to contribute in their small way, whether from 1 to 10 individuals that help homelessness or unsheltered. Our church, thank you for the members who were able to go and visit. I will do a video for those who didn't. And I just want to say thank you. Our church alone does homeless outreach, safe sleeping and parking zone, hospice rooms, 48-hour stay away inclusion for people who cannot go back because we don't have a men's shelter. We're working with Hale Makua to try to do a Kupuna Day Health Center on our property. And that's just some examples with absolutely zero funding. So my proposal is that the council consider looking at some of that homeless outreach money that is currently given to Family Life Center and look at distributing through a grant funding program in allotments of $30,000 to $40,000 per organization to help with construction and maintenance of buildings in current church or facilities to upgrade so that in rural communities especially, we can start to house individuals immediately. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody have questions? Member Paulson.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Ms. Lindo. The other day when Director Tsuhako told us, like last fiscal year, I put extra money for Maui AIDS, and they never get the money till December and March, but the money that the department went a lot to them, they got it right away. And so if we change what they got, because they said they preload their grants, you're okay with it taking a little bit longer because we're changing their plans? Because, I mean, we can put the money wherever, but in my experience in working with Director Tsuhako, if she don't give them, she don't give them.
Yep. I think we're okay with that because right now we're functioning with zero capital, right? And so I think together as a hui, I've identified on island at least 4 churches and private properties that would be willing to do something like we do at Kaunakakai Baptist Church. And so I think we can start with the design and project phase that by the time the money comes online, we'll be shovel ready.
Okay. Good to know. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
No other questions? Thank you very much.
Chair, we have nobody else has signed up to testify. Would you like me to do a last call? This is the last call. If you'd like to testify, please let us know right now. If not, 3, 2, 1. Chair, there's no one that wishes to testify.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. It is now 8:26, and this meeting is adjourned. And I want to thank all of you for taking the time to share your thoughts with us, and always be in touch. Thank you.